there is this sense of looking up at the stars and seeing them as something representing a kind of height and inspiration that is particularly noticeable the further down you get. So the darker things seem to be, the brighter the stars appear. And that's literally what happens when you're in these canyons. Part of my family hails from Utah, my father's side of the family. And my grandfather was a mineral geologist. And therefore, when I was out with my grandfather as a small child, he would just make all of the rocks and mountains sing. He would have them tell their histories, and he would explain why the colors of this rock were that way and why the land had eroded in this particular fashion. So with this background, when I discovered that Olivier Messiaen, one of my favorite composers, had actually been inspired by the same places and by the same landscapes, and that his sensitivity to color and to birdsong, to nature in general, and to the enormity of the expanses that make up our universe. When I realized that he had put all of this in a piece of music, I was simply struck dumb by the wonder of how it worked, and as well how this music, by someone from another culture than the United States, who didn't grow up in the pioneer sort of West, how brilliantly he's managed to really refine and shape the sounds in such a way that they evoke the many contrasting emotions that one has in these areas. And I find that this piece in particular is one where I felt a very strong bond with Messiaen. I remember once writing him a postcard from the area of Zion, and on the bottom of the postcard I wrote the theme that he wrote out for the final movement, the Zion and the Celestial City, because it really does feel like if you were to make heaven not out of clouds and sort of airy material, but out of rocks and solid things, this is what heaven would look like. I thought there must be some way to convey not only the beauty of the music that Messiaen has written, but also to convey the incredible way in which that music is so linked to the sort of inspired, almost magical place that Messiaen found when he went there. And so this was where the initial idea came, to work with a video artist who could then portray in various different ways these pieces, and not just as some sort of slideshow of various different images, because while that would be nice, it somehow doesn't convey the liveliness of what's going on in Messiaen's music. And I think Deborah O'Grady has found the perfect way of being able to bring nature, both in the sense of the geology of the place, but also in the sense of the various different animals, birds, but also other animals. There's a marvelous coyote that comes in and has a sort of an ongoing role in the piece, if I may put it that way, but also the presence of human beings and what that is in terms of this ability to look at this and wonder, and what it also means in terms of our impact in the place. So there's all of this that's in it, and I can hardly wait to be able to share this both with the musicians and also with the audience, and then really feel the impact of what this visual accompaniment will do to help the music express itself to its fullest. I look forward to welcoming you in February of 2016 to the performance of Messiaen's From the Canyons to the Stars at the Sydney Opera House with your own Sydney Symphony Orchestra and the wonderful photography of Deborah O'Grady.